Hi everyone, Tom Gentile here. When trying to achieve peak performance in a race car, it's not what's on the outside of the car that matters, it's the settings under the hood. Today, I want to show you how to achieve peak performance by looking at the settings under the hood of Tom's Trading Room. Let's get started. Alright, you're in Tom's Trading Room right now. There are three things you need to know about general settings. First, where are they? Second, how to make a quick change. And third, how to make custom changes. I'm going to show you all of that right now. Number one, to find general settings, just move your mouse all the way over to the help screen. Click on help, click on settings, and click on general settings. And now you're going to see the nucleus of what your outputs look like based on all of this information right here in general settings. Number two, how to make a quick change. All right, so let's go to options and let's go to option chains for a moment. And I just want to create a trade on Tesla, just a quick one. All right, so I'm going to come down here. I'm going to buy these short-term calls, these 195 calls. So I'm going to buy one of those 195 calls. I want to look at a risk graph on that. So the risk graph that I have currently set up through my general settings is what we call a modern risk graph. And if you come down here, you can see what I'm talking about. The modern risk graph shows that if I buy this call option, that if Tesla goes higher, that my call option is going to move to the right and it's going to move into the profit zone. All right, if Tesla continues to move lower, then it will move over to the left and it will move down. And in this case, it's a call option. You could lose up to, but not more than the entire amount you put into this particular trade. The important thing is I want to show you is that this is what we call a modern graph, where you can actually take your mouse and based on where the stock is or currently was or where you expect it to go, you can then move your mouse over to the right and then intersect the line, come down and get an idea what your theoretical profit would be like. Now, you can't do that with classic graphs, but a lot of people like classic graphs because that's what they grew up on. To change to a classic graph, back to help, and then we're going to go back to settings, and we're going to go to general settings, and I want to click on the classic settings tab. When I do that, all right, if I pop back over to option chains, and I go ahead and click on, again, Tesla, the 195 calls, those short-term 195 calls, and I get a risk graph. Now, what's going to happen is my option graph is going to change its position to look like what a real call option risk graph would look like, which looks like this. See how I've got my classic graph, and it shows me how much I can lose across the bottom, and then how much I could make if the stock goes up across the top. So that's a quick way to change things and change your settings by going again to help, settings, general settings, and then classic settings. I keep mine on the modern settings. The modern settings include the stock chart and the risk graph where you can seamlessly see them in between. Now, third and final thing you can do is you can have the ability to change all this information below and customize your general settings. Everything from how you pre-compute your ranking lists, all right, over here on the left-hand side, how you have your stock charts and your risk analysis page viewed, whether it could be candles or open, high, low, close, the percentages of what you want to look at, the days before expiration you want to look at. You can change how you create your charts. You can change how you find your trades. You can change how you edit trades. You can change risk graphs, and you can change miscellaneous information all the way down to the email address that you want to use for trade alerts. All right? Guys, that's it. That's basically how you, number one, find the general settings through the Help tab. Number two, change a quick to classic to modern and back to classics, etc. And then number three, getting into the guts and changing the general settings and customizing it to your liking. I hope you found this video educational, and we got more coming to you guys. Thanks for joining me.